So today we have some breaking news. An AEW wrestler has officially retired from wrestling. And I don't know how I feel about it. I'm very weird about this whole thing. But my name is Ango. This is Destination Pro Wrestling. On this channel, I bring you guys the latest news and rumors. And of course, I give you guys my opinions. Whatever's happening in WWE, AEW, New Japan, Impact, ROH, whatever it may be. This is the place to hear from me. If you guys want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by clicking that subscribe button, ringing that bell, so this way you get notified on all the latest content. And as you guys know, sometimes YouTube doesn't even notify you. So if you go to destinationpw.com, that's where I upload all my videos as well. It's the best way to stay in touch with everything happening. And of course, all the links to subscribe and support and all those great things. If you guys want to help out the channel and help us grow, check out those links down below. So yeah, AEW recently announced that they signed Lio Rush after Lio Rush also joined New Japan. Obviously, AEW New Japan have some sort of agreement right now. We all got excited. Lio Rush was the Joker at Double or Nothing. And then, of course, now he officially announced on Twitter he has retired. And it's a very, very weird situation because this is not the first time Lio Rush has retired from pro wrestling. And honestly, it may not even be the last. But when it comes to Lio Rush retiring from pro wrestling after joining AEW like a week or two ago, it's just really weird. And of course, it has pro wrestling fans absolutely everywhere scratching their head. When it comes to Lio Rush, one of the things that I've always thought was interesting since his WWE departure was that Lio Rush was kind of struggling to, I guess, do what he actually likes to do. One day he is making music and he's a famous rapper and doing music videos, and the next day he is wrestling again on the independent scene. And we got some pretty cool matches out of it. Obviously, we saw Lio Rush in GCW, New Japan Strong, and then of course now AEW. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm not bothered by this decision, mainly because I don't know if AEW expected this at all. If I had to guess, that's probably not the case. And it sucks because being the Joker in the, Double or Nothing battle royale, it's just one of those things where it's like that was an opportunity that could have probably been used for somebody else. And of course, when Lio Rush debuted in AEW, it did get a lot of positive feedback from the fans. So the fact that that opportunity was wasted on Lio Rush and not somebody else, it's kind of mind-boggling. And I can honestly say I don't know why he would retire. In his statement on social media, it just sounds like this is not what he loves to do. And for that, obviously, I support him making that decision. But of course, again, as I mentioned, the battle royale, right? The casino all-in battle royale, like when he is in such a big position, a big opportunity is given to him, and then he announces retirement unexpectedly, it's just very shocking. I actually expected some pretty big things for Lio Rush, especially when you look at AEW's roster. A lot of guys are smaller. So I definitely expected Lio Rush to have some really big matchups in AEW. But of course, that's not going to be happening because he is retiring. And ultimately, it kind of sucks. I would have loved to see what they could have done with him, what they could have done differently than WWE. But he's done. He's not wrestling anymore. He's not going to be showing up for AEW. And, with AEW, they tend to announce that people have signed with them or they have become all elite. And then there's really no long-term plans in place. So, of course, again, as I said earlier, like this is one of those things where AEW probably didn't expect this, and it's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate for AEW more than anything because I feel like they're missing out on a great talent, but also it's unfortunate because that opportunity could have been given to somebody else, especially when a huge surprise like that is done on pay-per-view. It gets people talking. This definitely had people talking. People were excited about it, and now there's nothing that's going to happen with it. And that's the thing with Lio Rush, man. Like, if this is it, this is it. But if he comes back, I just don't know what we can really expect at that point. And I don't know, I've had conversations with other people about this. There's certain names in pro wrestling, they kind of step away from pro wrestling and come back. And, the whole mantra is never say never. But for some of these people that leave and then come back and then, they leave again, at some point, it's it's hard as a fan to get invested in that person. And another person I've mentioned before on this channel is Kylie Ray. She's a great example. She left AEW, went to Impact, left Impact. Now she is in NWA. I don't understand it, honestly. I really don't. But that's the thing about pro wrestling. It's a very, very weird industry. It's an exciting industry. And of course, it's something worth talking about and worth mentioning. But maybe certain individuals are not meant for the industry. I don't know. With Lio Rush leaving WWE, he was very outspoken about his experience there. There was actually rumors at one point that Lio Rush would actually come back to WWE. That obviously didn't happen. Lio Rush then goes to New Japan and obviously AEW and MLW. And, I feel like post WWE, Lio Rush was pretty damn impressive. Obviously more could have been done. And now that the fact that it's not going to happen, it just, I wonder why. Definitely got question marks in this situation. But one thing I definitely want to talk about in this situation too is, let's talk about hypotheticals. What would have been the ceiling for Lio Rush? Is Lio Rush somebody that could have been, a world champion for AEW? Is Lio Rush somebody that could have competed for the TNT championship? Would he have just been lost on AEW? It's tough to say. A lot of people get mad when AEW signs former WWE guys. I always find that as an opportunity for AEW to do something different with that individual from what WWE did. And we didn't get to see that with Lio Rush. And I always felt like even when he left WWE, I felt like he did fine in WWE. And I feel like when he left WWE, GCW, MLW, and all these other companies, it was kind of exciting. It kind of got me excited to see what he can actually do, because obviously he is great in the ring. But I mean, at this point, we'll just never know. And that's why I'm very curious to know what AEW thinks. AEW is pretty lenient on certain things. It seems like it almost sounds like AEW is a little bit more of the freedom company, right? Obviously a lot of freedom is offered there. I just know that if I was AEW and I signed Lio Rush and then like a week or two later, he's retiring, I'd be upset. And again, there could be something really deep about this that we don't know about, obviously. Maybe he's just really done with wrestling. Maybe he just doesn't have the passion for it. And if that's the case, I support that, because if you're not passionate about something, don't do it, right? And it just sucks because he's obviously a talented dude. So, yeah, Lio Rush is done with AEW. He's done with New Japan. He's done with wrestling. I don't expect to see him back, but you just literally never know. If he comes back, I would like to see him come back in AEW, but obviously that would be a risky decision for AEW, because how can you push somebody when at that point they're not as reliable? And that's the thing here. It's just really weird. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know. My name is Ango. This is DPW, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.